Episode number 4. GLP-1 medications are a tool, not a magic pill. GLP-1 medications can help with weight loss, but they're not magic. This episode is for anyone who's curious about these medications or who's frustrated by quick fixes. I want to break down the science, the truth, and the part that people often overlook. Lasting weight loss only comes from behavior and lifestyle changes, not a pill or a shot. If you're new here, hi, my name is Shannon, and I'm a behavior change weight loss specialist who's lost 100 pounds and kept it off for 7 years. This is the Strong Journey podcast, where I share my ramblings about what worked, what didn't, and all the things that I wish I knew along the way. The good, the bad, and yes, sometimes the ugly. You may have seen that recently that Oprah has announced that she's using a GLP-1 medication. She also mentioned an obesity gene that she said is to blame for her weight loss struggles. I want to take a minute to clarify the science here. Let's be very clear. There is no single obesity gene. Obesity is complex. It's influenced by genetics, environment, habits, metabolism. And yes, sometimes biology does make things harder, but there isn't one magic gene that determines whether someone is going to be obese or not. So here's the point. Medication can help, but it's just a tool, not a solution. No pill or shot, even if a celebrity like Oprah Winfrey endorses it, can replace building habits, showing up consistency, and learning to build habits. Here's one thing I wanted to bring home for you. Just like medication can support you, knowledge and tools can also support you. Lasting change still comes from what you do, not what you take. And that's why understanding the phases of change, building systems, and keeping promises to yourself is far more valuable than chasing a quick fix, even one that's trending on social media. Let's be 100% real. I am totally supportive of GLP-1 medications for people who truly need them. They can help reduce appetites, make early weight loss easier, and even improve your metabolic health. But here's the reality that's often missing. Without lasting habits and behavior change, the weight can plateau or easily return. And people will up the medication dose, hoping that the weight loss will continue. And you know what? It doesn't. I work with clients who do use the medication successfully for the first few months, and the initial weight comes off beautifully. But then, without systems in place, progress slows or stalls, frustration sets in, and sometimes all those old habits creep back. That's why I want to be very clear here. The pill or shot alone will not give you the life that you want. It can help you, yes, it can, 100%, but lasting results come from you, your habits, and the systems that you build. Let's be honest. Our culture loves shortcuts and instant gratification. We're told that change is as simple as eat less and move more, or just be motivated enough. We see quick fixes everywhere we turn, extreme fad diets, cleanses, miracle teas. GLP-1 medications can feel like that shortcut. And who wouldn't be tempted? They're real, they work, and they promise results. But here's the thing. Relying solely on a pill or an injection sets people up for frustration because sustainable weight loss is not about motivation. It's about systems, habits, and trusting yourself. Let me be clear. These medications can give you a huge leg up. They can reduce your appetite, curb cravings, and help you drop those first pounds that are often the hardest. And here's the beauty of that early momentum is that when you start to see progress, even small wins can make it easier to adopt new habits. For example, when you can manage your hunger, you might be opt to prep your meals more consistently or move your body without feeling exhausted. You might sleep better, which results in having the mental clarity and energy to plan your day. All of these are part of building sustainable behavior change. But, and this is a big but, the medication doesn't teach your brain new habits. Yes, it can quiet the food noise, reduce the cravings, and make eating feel easier, but it doesn't show your brain how to turn that noise off for good. It doesn't help you form new neural pathways that make healthy behaviors automatic. It doesn't teach you how to keep promises to yourself, how to navigate emotional triggers, or create systems that last long after the pill is no longer the focus. In other words, it can help you start, but it can't build the brain habits that sustain you for life. That part is still on you. Think of it like a scaffolding. It can hold you up while you're building the structure, but eventually the structure has to stand on its own. This is where my behavior change brain really kicks in. Your brain's job is not to motivate you, not to discipline you, not to make you do better. Your brain's job is to keep you safe. And when you suddenly introduce something extreme like a new diet, a drastic lifestyle change, or even a new medication, your brain hears danger. It resists it. It questions it. It says, will this hurt? Can I trust myself? Will this last? Even with a medication helping your appetite, your brain still needs repetition, predictability, and self-trust to build lasting habits. Repetition is doing the habit again and again. This shows your brain you're safe. Predictability is building familiar routines that reduce stress and resistance. Building self-trust means that every small success tells your brain, I can follow through. I am safe. I can do this again. Once your brain believes it's safe, motivation becomes a nice to have, not a must have. That's why lasting change doesn't come from pills or shots alone. It comes from alignment, your action matching the life that you want to live. If you decide to use GLP-1 medications, think of it as support, not a solution. Pair it with meal prepping, not restriction, but planning ahead so that your body and brain knows what's coming. And movement, something you enjoy. Even gentle movement consistently make a huge difference. Sleep and stress management, these have a huge impacts on your appetite and your energy. Ping behavior strategies and learning why you eat, what triggers you, and building habits around that knowledge, those tools only work if the systems and habits are in place. The medication can make it easy to start, but the real work and the real joy comes from you, showing up for yourself. So here's a question for you. Where are you right now in your journey? Not where you should be, not where you want to be, but where are you actually? That's your starting point. And if you're not sure how to answer that question and you're not sure where you're at, take my behavior change quiz. It helps you identify what stage of change you're in right now so that you can stop forcing strategies that don't match where you are. No guilt, no pressure, just clarity. I'll link the quiz below so that you can meet yourself where you actually are and figure out your next step on your strong journey. You don't need to rush. You don't need to do this perfectly. You just need to take the next step, and then the next step, and then the next. Take the quiz, find out where you're at on your strong journey.